It looked like on the weekends. It wasn't daily. It was on the weekends so that I could be like my friends were, and I wanted to be the things they were doing. But then as I started, even they started telling me, "Hey, this is out of control. You're doing too much of this." And then it turned in. I got the name of a town drunk, right? Then it turned into I'm just Freddy drinking, and then it turned into blackouts. It turned into me acting crazy. But as I drank more, my friends were like, "What are you doing?" Because they knew me and grew up with me and knew that that's not who I was. And I think even they knew I was just trying to fit in instead of just being who I was. I got paid Friday, I'm broke Monday, and I have no bills. Hygiene, major. Loss of friends. I believe in a saying that behaviors tell all. And the behaviors showed it all. Where I'll go drink before I eat. Where it becomes unmanaged, where my life shows that something has gotten a hold of him to the point where he's not living to his fullest potential and he's clearly inhabited by something. And so before I knew it, it progressed worse and worse and worse to the point where a lot of them wouldn't even want to be around me if I were drinking. Because ain't no telling how I'm going to act, there's no telling what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do. All right, so I've always been a person that was productive as far as like being in the band, being in extracurricular activities, wanting to be a broadcaster. I looked up to Peter Jennings. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a newscaster my whole life. But then it turned into I'm not showing up at school. Then it turned into I'm in my house drinking during the day. Then it turned into I'm fighting people, just doing things that I normally don't do. And then before I knew it, see, alcohol was a depressant for me. When I drank, it took away my ambitions. And then teachers and mentors and family members started to notice, what's wrong with Freddy? Well, when I put drugs and alcohol in me, I become a different animal. This isn't how who Freddy is. What happened to the Freddy we know? Alcohol started to change the way I started to act. It changed the way I thought. It changed my process. It took this productive kid who was on his way to do something real special to not hygienic, nasty, mean. It was clear that the liquor, which I call oil, had an effect on my brain chemistry and who I was. I've been paying attention a lot to these kids that are having issues, and they all show signs early. Isolation, change of friends, what they wear, their attitude, not seeking therapy, being in their room all day. The eating is minimal or it's really, really bad. And then they start exhibiting more and more using behaviors to the point where the parent doesn't, how many times we say, I don't know who Joey is no more. I don't know who Mary is no more. I don't understand what's going on. What did I do wrong? It's a problem. And then it normally gets to stealing, lying, taking a car, mismanaging money, being threatened to be kicked out, police showing up. Once we get to all that point, that's when the treatment starts coming in. But before that, there was a whole bunch of signs that nobody wanted to look at. Something's wrong if he's in his room all day long for days on end and he's refusing all help. Something's wrong. But when I knew it was a problem where I needed treatment was my first blackout. Because I've always been taught, once you get the blackouts, you need to seek help. So a time where I blacked out, I started at 8 o'clock drinking. My blackout, all I remember is from 8 to 10. And then I woke up at 6 in the morning and I don't know what happened. And that's dangerous because you're putting yourself in situations where you don't remember. That's very, very dangerous. And that's how things happen that you look back like and you regret. If I had a dime for how many times I said I'm just drinking on Sunday and watching football, I'd be rich. I can't tell you how many times I said I'm not drinking on Monday. I'm drunk on Monday and Tuesday, of course. And that was one of the signs. Like I said, I always knew, but I broke that all the time.